Hi all, good afternoon. This is Dr. Sonu Sanghi. I am reporting from the Shivalik Valley Resort in Sitapur. Today is the day 9 of the Char Dham Yatra. On day 7, we came to the same place in Sitapur, Shivalik Valley Resort, and day 8, early morning, we left for Kedarnath. Now to go from this hotel to Kedarnath, initially we had to walk early morning at about 3:30, say for about an hour, and there was a tremendous line, and the line was just waiting for a jeep to take us to the place where they have these dolly, the helipad, the horse, and even if you want to go walking, that's the same way, that route that you take. So ultimately, when our turn came, you should have seen the way everybody was running up and down to just try to get into the vehicle, because the jeep person was trying to squeeze in 12 people in the jeep, which was not possible. Anyway, we told him we can't fit 12 of us, and whatever you fall short of, we will give you extra money. So he willingly agreed. Then it took about an hour to reach the base. Then when we got down, as I mentioned earlier, that there was no helicopter for us. We could not do the booking of the helicopter because all the tickets had been sold. Then the dolly, there were very few dollies, in fact 5 to 6 dollies, which had already been booked the previous day. Now what happened is, in Yamunotri there is a trek of 5 kilometers going, 5 kilometers coming. So total trek is 10, and they get about 18,000. And this Kedarnath is 17 kilometers going up and 17 kilometers coming down. And the rates are about 15 to 16,000. So why would these dolly people opt to be in Kedarnath when they were getting a shorter trek for a more amount? Anyway, now a few days back I had spoken about the horse. I had spoken about that kandi, and I had mentioned how that person was bent under the weight of the kandi. But sorry to say, yesterday I had to avail of that. I had no other choice. There was the horse, but I was very scared, since the horse, I had seen so many people falling off from the horse, so I didn't want to go on the horse, and walking was out of question. I just could not walk. So ultimately I had to get a kandi. The kandi people, they said 14, then 16, and then they went on asking me this weight, and oh my God, there were so many of them. They just stared at me and looking at me from top to bottom. My God, I don't know, it was quite embarrassing, but it was a very, very funny situation. I said, they said, क्या वजन है? I said, I don't know क्या वजन है, जो समझने का इसलिए. Then they said, ठीक है, 18 दे दो. So, हाँ, So yeah, मैं recording कर रही हूँ, तो मैं बात में ऐड करती हूँ. So then thereafter they took me on that kandi and we went ahead. Ultimately it was fixed at 18,000. On the way they stopped 2 or 3 places to have the chai, nashta, lunch and all. Of course I paid for all of that, that was not an issue. And in between it was started raining, so they took out some white color raincoat and they covered me with the kandi, covered me on the kandi, and everything was so much covered, I just couldn't see anything. Then by the time I reached up over there, I had just already spoken to the main Pandit, Yogesh Bhai. He's the main Pandit of the temple and he's known to my uncle, my mom's brother, Mr. Shashikant Mehta. So my uncle had been calling up, which I came to know today. He had been calling up every 10 minutes to know whether I had reached. So he would just go to this friend of mine, Daksha, and ask, where is she reached, where has she reached? Of course, they didn't know where I had reached because they all reached by 12 o'clock. And by the time I reached, it was 2:30 in the afternoon. Anyway, now once I reached, I could just went on the bed, I just went to sleep. Then at 6 o'clock in the morning, the Pandit said that he will wake us up and he will take us for the puja. So at 6 o'clock he came, he woke us up, took us for the puja, and I don't know how much I could even recollect of the puja because I was very confused, disoriented. I was disoriented, confused, maybe altitude, lack of oxygen. I really don't know. I was feeling feverish. What exactly was happening to me, I have no idea. Anyway, then after we did the puja for 5 minutes, he just made us touch the shivling, and then he gave me a nice hot cup of tea, which I had, and in the meanwhile, these people had come. The Kandi people also had already come. But this Panditji said that he'll make arrangement to take me back in the helicopter. So he spoke to whatever his contacts are, and this is the Pavan Hans helicopter. And when I went, we went to the helipad. I had to walk about 5 minutes. I wanted to go in that kandi only for that 5 minutes. I had no strength even to walk to the helipad. But that Panditji told me, I think you should walk a bit. And he was holding my one hand, and that kandi person was holding my other hand. And the helicopter ride was 3,000 rupees one way. So the Pandit took from me the 3,000 rupees, and for this person, since it was only one way, I had to give him 9,000, but this Pandit told me give him 10. I said okay. So that also this Pandit took up mine, and he said I'll give him all the money after you just sit in the helicopter. Now, just before leaving, I had this oxygen cylinder, which is like a small little room freshener, and so I took some puffs of that. I must have felt a bit better. Then just before this Pandit came, our manager got some oil and he rubbed it on my hands and legs, and he gave some oil to this friend of mine, Daksha. So she rubbed it on the chest. I don't know if it was Daksha or Archana. I don't know who it was, but anyway, some oil was rubbed, which I felt better, slightly better. So, oh my God. I still feel these yatras should be done only up to a particular age. You should be fit for these yatras. You can't wait till you're 60 unless you're very much fit. You should really do it earlier. Now when the helicopter came in 7 minutes and dropped me at the helipad, I just sat in the office and I dozed off or something. I just didn't know how I was supposed to come back to the hotel. Then I happened to call up this Baldev Rana, who was also a manager. So he said he'll send me a vehicle and that person will charge 2,000. I said no problem, but I said you please send him. So I think that vehicle came after an hour, and then for me to reach the hotel over here also it took an hour. I'm really grateful to this Pandit, Yogeshri Shukla, my uncle, Shashikant Mehta, who kept on bringing him up. It seems every 10 minutes to know where I was and to ask about my health. Then the ones who were there with me, Daksha, Archana and Tilakji. Then the manager, Ashok Bhai and Baldevji Rana. And all the team of Apna Bharat Pravas, very cooperative. I only know that I have come back now to this room. I'm feeling much better. Of course, I'm not normal. Today I would have eaten after I don't know how many days. I had dal rice and churma ka laddu. And on the way in Kedarnath, there is a room over there which has been made by my uncle Shashikant Mehta in the name of his mother, Mrs. Taraben Mehta. Coincidentally, Taraben Mehta is the name of my mom's mother also, because this uncle Shashikant Mehta and my mom are brother and sister. So this Panditji showed me the room and he told me I'm staying in that room. I said, yeah, fine enough. I had no energy to go. He asked me, you have the energy to come up and see the room. I refused. I just refused. I had no energy to see the room. Out of the 4 dham, Kedarnath is supposed to be the toughest. Now only one dham is left, Badrinath, and that dham is going to be quite. For that dham, I think we are going tomorrow or day after. I don't know. I'm not even oriented roughly as of now. But the vehicle will stop very much close to the temple. Hopefully by that time I'll be fit and fine. Thank you.